Hello. Nice here. Rogue Legacy 2. Last time was 2 weeks ago, and I don't know what happened. But I'm sure the portraits near the boss door are gonna show me. Apparently I'm a pirate. Everybody likes pirate mastery, right? Oh, okay, it's time to go to the dry lake. Oop. Doesn't mean I don't want treasure along the way, though. I did remove the bit about the level cap from the title. It still exists, but I don't expect it to be relevant for the rest of the series, just because I'm not going to catch up in money. I instead spent some more title space explaining what light runes means. Yeah, our current level cap is 342. I guess I can take one. Surprised those didn't trigger while I was down at the bottom of the screen. Their range is more limited than I realized. Maybe only the vertical ones are? Oh yeah, I forgot to even look for where the dots on the map are. From the tuning forks. Well, getting those exploded. Yeah, that worked. Sure were a lot of enemies wandering from above. Okay, this is a key. I mean, let's go for it, right? Ah. If I'd just actually cast my spell, we would have knocked the sword away. Oh, hey. That's the nearby key. So I'll break these in case there's food. Wasn't. Wow. 4 chicken? I guess we'll try the fight. Well, that hit something at least. Oh. I sure put Spore Burst on that platform. which isn't actually how status effects work. Ah, wasn't sure he'd make it around that corner. I think trying to dash throws off my aim just a little too much. There's a reason I haven't really been going for the skill crits. Yeah, Rebels Road. Got that recently. Even if that's the storehouse, I kind of want it. That's probably the lake. Oh, this was a dead end. And I'm dead. Well, got something done, got a rank. Dragon Lancer with Celestial Scepter and Crescendo. Yeah, I'll take this. Maybe grab a little armor. That was all the money. Nah, I don't want to do any Drift House stuff right now. Oh, my safe is maxed out. Maybe I should have at least looked at runes or something. Probably couldn't afford anything I would have wanted. I think the fact that notes block projectiles is really nice with enemies like the Flame Lock that shoot a lot. Because you can just block the first couple and it'll block the rest. You don't have to like time it quite as much. Oh. Oh wait, that's deflect. Deflect is good. But I think I actually might prefer Crescendo. Oops. I think if I could swap anything, it would probably be the spell. I don't like this spell. Okay, this is the key I need. This gonna be the fight I need over here? That'd be funny. No, it's the storeroom. Fair. Let the fury run out. Alright. I guess both of them had abilities that react to being hit. Oh wow. Another explosive one. Got him. Also, I forgot how much magnesis I have. Kind of hilarious. Warden weapon. I might be using that. Nope, drowned. See the zombie. Oh, I was just trying to push him back into my black hole. Whatever, it is a talent you can just kind of throw out there. It comes back with a timer. Okay. Another blueprint? Oh. Well, let's head left then. I think there were two of them stacked up there, maybe? Oop. Rest in peace, that money. Ow. I know that oh hey, it's exactly the place I need. I know the after armor damage was over 300. I guess I could do the math to see that I only would have blocked about 25%. So yeah, I need more armor if I want to actually be making use of my armor cap. Without folded runes, at least I think that's the rune name. That's the 8% extra, not the cap. Armor's gonna be a little harder to come by. Oop, didn't actually get, whoa. Ow. Yeah, regular enemies sure do 3-shot me, don't, whoop. Maybe don't stand in the saw. Just a little late on that spin kick. I'll at least get to deliver the key. Oh yeah, and we know where the storeroom is. I at least get a little health back. Whoa. Maybe we know where the storeroom is. Yeah, only the guaranteed one. Unless, nope. Wait, that's wrong. This time there was no health. I think I'm more likely to get these chests down here than to actually succeed at the mid-boss. Well, I didn't get those either. But the key has been carried, and we got possibly one more armor from a mastery rank. I realize since I have less than 100 armor, not every 1% bonus is actually going to be a full armor point. Katana and stew on a gunslinger. One-hit wonder Valkyrie? Nah. Gotta take this Dragon Lancer. Buy armor 3 times. Might not be bad. I have the rune weight for another rune. Oh yeah, I said folded earlier, but I meant reinforced. I always, or not always, I often mix those two up. You know, the armor runes. Yeah, let's just grab more armor. Oh wait, I could afford other things. A little strength. Where's my gold bonus? 135. I guess some of it's from burdens. Some of it's from Contrarian. Oh! Oh! Right. Panic attacks. I read that before picking the character, then totally forgot about it. That was a funny shield banner. Ah. You were also vengeful? Could try this. I'm gonna immediately die to some spikes. Oh, I thought the entry room was a little closer. I was like, there's no need to save and quit. There we go. Easy every time. Ow. Paid a little health for it, though. Oop. Bye. I feel like Bastion Shield comes back faster than I remember. Probably because I didn't do very much fighting while it was actually up, and you can't cool it down while it's up. Oh. I'm not actually sure how I took a hit there. I guess maybe the spear clipped through my shield and hit me. Okay, everything's down and right. And right's my only option. Lost like 3 coins. Maybe I should have just gone through the middle of the room. I didn't want to like dash all the way into the skeleton, so I was still kind of working out what to do. Apparently what I'm gonna do is just get absolutely wrecked by normal enemies. Uh-oh. There were probably good spots to dodge to. I just kind of expected it to hit something on the way over, though. Oh well. Sure. Haven't been a knight today. Probably still need more armor, although health wouldn't be bad either. Oh, I should actually look at my equipment. I have a lot of equip weight. I don't actually need the drowned weapon to have the mastery. Although this doesn't get me the next unity level anyway. And I definitely don't have a warden weapon +4 blueprint. At least I think I definitely don't. Oh, I might, but I don't think at this New Game Plus level I would. Alright, so what else might we want? Maybe it is time for that. And some rune weight. Kinda glad I get to warm up in the Citadel to get used to hollow bones. Ow. Oh. Pizza. Nice. Fine. It's kind of funny wanting to primarily go down and being just that much slower due to the trait. Actually, I would like to hit that. I didn't know you could miss it. Thought he was gonna die on the spikes. Ow. That was an inconvenient place to warp him to. This is this room. That's the dragon, so I should be looking for mid-bosses to the left. What's skirting this chest? Just an eye? We'll be taking that. Snuck up from below. No food this time. Nice. I think I still die in one hit to most things. Okay, so it's one of those two then. That's a bit of a journey. Not really expecting to make it, but I don't have anything to do but try. Oh. This is dead end. Ow. I was watching for the shock edge to make a second dash. Now that I've already cleared out this part because I fell into it. Yeah, it's just that. Need to remember that I actually like built some decks by this point. I like why the Dragon Lancer was dealing so much damage. Oh nice, it's just a layer of zombies. Usually it's like flying enemies that just come up and swarm you. Alright. Would've liked more health. Do I just try it like this? Alright, let's go for this. Is that 2 tattered ropes and rage tincture? That's not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna take increased hazard damage. Now, even if the void projectiles hit, I'll die. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I certainly have a lot of resolve. Maybe I should try to head back to an earlier area and find some relics. I mean, that's probably just the teleporter over here. Got him. Yeah. Alright, well, gonna look for relic rooms. And food. And then I'm gonna get hit by one trap and die. How much extra? Take 300% increased damage from hazards. Yeah. You're gonna hit harder than actual enemies. Probably. Well, taking a Tropos' scissors. It would be funny if Blessings of Life did hazard damage. So if you take a tattered rope, you just can't take life apples anymore. So wow, I'm getting beat up in this room. Even with the chicken, I'm still down on health. Guess I should probably look around the entry room here. Nothing. Alright. Could teleport to the sun tower and look at that too, I guess. I was thinking, oh, maybe I can attack downward diagonally at an awkward angle with the flame shield. I missed. Oh. Yeah, I will not be going for that other chest. I don't think I've found either special room yet. Everything is down there. Yeah, I'd need to find a lot of relics for that. Hollow Bones for Hollow Knight player? Maybe. It knows. You're wondering why I have 2 tattered ropes? It's because Mammon's Bounty gave me 2 tattered ropes. Oh. I guess I don't know if the spike balls deal hazard damage or enemy damage. This could be super dangerous. Ow. Spike ball bounced me up into the fireball. Okay, they definitely deal enemy type damage. Which makes sense, because they consume enemy slots in this room. I mean, it might be the best thing here. I think, yeah, I probably am just going back down to... Oh, you're on a special different map. Yeah, let's just head back to the dry lake. Little chance of actually bringing that relic to the boss, but what if I did? Oh, right. I thought I was in one of the special rooms and therefore would have a teleporter just directly down. I guess if I think I'm gonna carry this relic to the boss room, I don't need to be breaking any furniture. I could just heal on the boss door. But nah. It's just to help us get there at all, if it can. I'm gonna see what down looks like. Trinket. I think I'm currently using a drowned trinket. This is going pretty well. Oh. I don't like that his first move was summoning. Relic broken. Should have maybe remembered my flame shield earlier in the fight. Alright. Pretty nice. Gee, thanks. I think the sword did its job. Oh, I should probably also pet the dragon if I was gonna bother to talk to him at all. There. Now we can go beat up Jonah. The first G is for hashtag gaming and the second G is for hashtag gaming. Nice. Ah, nice. The top pizza just broke. Ah. I think I did reach the ground in time to have my dash back. What's he doing? Ah. You sure like the katana this fight. Oh hey, I forgot I got Rage Tincture after the invincibility from a parry. Alright. Wait, I thought I took 2 hits, but my death marks are at 14. Guess it was only 1. I don't think the missing death mark is gonna be meaningful. Oh. Failed parry. Not really how I want to start. Oh no! Okay, maybe we're just dead. I guess I could have blocked, but it was a bit of a panic moment. I was like, oh, I'm not falling fast enough. What do I do? Ah. Well, confirmed that the death marks don't matter. Also, I should have probably remembered Vanguard's banner. I think some little projectiles could have been easier to deal with. I don't think you can dash. Yeah, those are large projectiles. Oh, I hit the block button a little early. Good run, though. Alright, what do I want for Kane? Just another knight? Honestly, maybe. Assassin will probably perform better. And I am more into strength and dex. Let's see. I wish I had another bounty rune. Oh, amplification. That'll be nice. Make the vulnerable last slightly longer. Grab some dex, grab some strength. Grab a little vitality. Thanks for the stones. Imagine if it was actually possible to dodge that attack. I was a little late. Or maybe I did get the vulnerable. So those were all skill crits. This is a little harder because I'm less floaty. Oh, 452 is his level, by the way. Good to pay attention to. I think climbing him a little with one spin kick definitely helps with the fact that I, oops. Don't have an extra double jump. Wow. That sure was a way that could go. Another thread down. Oh, he hit me twice and I'm down that low. I guess assassins don't have that much health. Oh, yeah. And there it is. Those 3 haste runes in action. Cruising down the hallway, except... Oh, yeah. I think in horizontal situations, though, dashing is still faster. Sir Sean the Third. Yeah, okay. I was hitting start. Interdimensional. Sure, what's the worst that could happen? Let's see. Let's just invest in some gold gain. Actually, I've been putting off upgrading the living safe because it doesn't help me in combat, but I don't think I'm ever gonna hit level cap, and I have hit my living safe gold capacity. There's a reason I removed the fact that there's a level cap from the title. I just don't think it's gonna be meaningful. Alright, where's our new boss? There. I could turn on one more burden to get more gold. Enemies having lifesteal doesn't really do a lot when I die in like 3 hits. Huh. There's probably still an easier one though. Yeah, I'll just turn the hazard damage on, even if that's not easier. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever taking level 1 of the death marks off, but I don't think I'm ever going up in death mark levels either. Better watch out, they can shoot through walls. Yes, they could do that anyway. Oh! Might have forgotten about that. Oh. Didn't realize the explosive flask was gonna also go through walls. That actually makes things a lot easier on a lot of them. Goodbye! Oh. Yeah, they're just like never gonna explode on me. Well, that was fun. I don't know if that was the most practical way to fight them, but I didn't take any hits. Getting the double note explosions going is pretty strong. Oop. I must have spin kicked during the previous spin kick, so it didn't actually go off. Oh. It's all the way back there, huh? I think I should simply not be here. Oh, didn't see that knife. Well, that didn't last long. Didn't even get a rank up. I think muscle weakness does not mix with the umbrella. I do want to try the umbrella more, but I don't think that's the character. Another interdimensional character? Sure, I like gold bonuses. This character has nothing that benefits from it, though. Alright. Game decided it was okay that I took a hit. I'm like gathering up gold like I don't have 3 levels of magnesis on. Or 4. I guess in the study I could look for Murmur's room. This is probably a bad idea. Oh. What hit me there? Oh. Yeah, okay. Katana Valkyrie. Pacifist Ronin. I think that gives up the best feature of a Ronin. Alright, so maybe I need more health. So I guess I could have turned on more death marks. Come to think of it, if I'm gonna be dying in 3 hits continually. Maybe we can get that number up to like 4 or 5 though. I think that would be useful if I could survive like 3 or 4 hits. Oh, free stuff. Not gonna fight the boss, but we can open the door. Took more hits because of Fury. Sure, we'll go for it. Ah. These guys are kind of fast. I mean, this kind of happens at the start of every thread. I'm so far behind in levels that I just am continually dying. I guess armor is kind of better when either you expect to be able to recover health or you actually have enough health that you can apply it multiple times. I feel like I always take so long with these. Nope. It is true that you can skill crit the first 2 hits if you're dashing. It's also true I will almost always dash into the enemy if I'm trying to do that. All I had to do was stand there. Ow. Could have used my talent instead of trying to jump through a tiny gap. I guess I got a fairy chest. Seems a bit weak to be counting this character as a success. I better, like, do more things before I die. Ooh. I know, maybe we'll get a mastery level and be like, okay, worth it. Or like a useful blueprint? Something? Oh. Okay, well, we did get a mastery level. I don't really like Limitless. Barbarian. Keep trying to level HP. I might have been able to at least like buy a warden item, come to think of it. Even if I wasn't gonna equip it right away. Oh wait, let's get the thing. Ow. That was almost cool. Heavy Stone Bargain is actually a little tempting here. I think I'll take it. Besides, it was still question marks. Oop. That does reach, okay. The terrain was perfect for him. Guess I could have just not fought him. Oop. Oh. I guess, yeah, it's not like I was gonna challenge a boss anyway. Thinking taking what I did makes me significantly worse against bosses. This kind of restores my ability to deal with cursed projectiles. Free stuff room. Oops. Wrong dash direction. Oh, the blueprint. Okay, that does hit a little down. Huh. I was kind of trying to get to Axis Mundi, but there's no rightward path. Well, that was cool. Alright, got him. Kind of weird having there be Citadel rooms right up here. Oop. Ah, it's this setup. Got him. I always think there's just a little more space there. Bastion? Yeah, I'll take that over War Shout. Or whatever it's called. Barbarian Shout? I don't know, I can't check anymore. We'll just never know the name of that talent. That's not my spin kick. Whoa! Important to hit the resonant things. The damage from that actually mattered. Oops. Well, I guess I'm not getting up there. Not unless I get into another door first. To buy my favorite teleporter. I'm not gonna actually head into Sun Tower though. Alright, there was food. Excellent. I guess if I reach Nama's room, I will head into Sun Tower, but the goal is just to try to hit as many of the rooms with 2 chests in them that I can. Ow. And you know, get mastery, get gold. I kind of like Access Mundi because I think Warden equipment is more common here. I wouldn't mind some level 4 Warden equipment to potentially get to the 100 mastery. Or Unity, not mastery. the Bastion shield knocking the enemy away actually made things a little more awkward. Oh well. Still got it. I don't think we've gotten a single silver chest in this zone so far. Whoa. Didn't see the zombie. Ah, okay. Bounty room. Our second one ever on this file. Strongest rune in the game. That may not be true. Sure. Not Blightborn. The axe swing was a little too slow. I'd started it. Triple kill. I guess, yeah, the bellows help with cursed projectiles, huh? Yep. Do not run all the way into enemies. I think my health is pretty similar to when I went in. I don't think either of these are really gonna help us. Neuropraxis empathy. Still haven't actually gone and done that. I don't know, maybe Nodbone could have worked, considering we were coming up on this room. Or, you know, maybe there's no food in this room. Blueprint. Leviathan Helm +1. I guess I could grab a lily just in case. See, oh yeah, I have Rebel's Road, so I've definitely done the thing in there. done the thing, meaning read the memory. Oh, didn't quite reach low enough. Oops. Ooh. Like to see it, even if it's Crescent Cape. And that could be good for the int classes. I just haven't invested in it yet. May actually never have the money to invest in it. I guess I've been avoiding the burdens that add enemy types. So it is like weak zombies. Still got hit though, so. Are they really that weak? I mean, yeah, I'm just bad at zombies. Oh. Oop. Ah, doesn't reach. Oh! Didn't quite see the trap. Oh, one of them survived. Well, I do seem to be finding all of the dead ends. Got him. Never done that room that way before. But I looked over my items and was like, oh, I have a plan. The shield down there somewhere, but guess now is not the time to worry about that. think it's worth it to tank the spikes and then grab both. Yeah. Might as well just leave. There's like nothing else in this direction. Oh. I don't have a way to get that chest anymore. Found Nama's room. Alright, guess I actually am going to Sun Tower. See if I can get to that pre-2 chest room. I'm probably dying here, though. Well, what a way to start. Alright. That sure was a way that Sun Tower can start. Yep. 316, huh? Wait, is that one of the guaranteed? No, okay. Did not drop chicken. Okay, this is a dead end. It is worth a chest, though. I don't know if I'd seen that room before, actually. Oh hey, we're up to 6 digits of money. That's dead end. Can't actually check what type of chest it is. Just wooden. Alright, that goes pretty high. Oh. Gravity beam. Just say no on that one. Anyway, let's head for the... Whoop. Well, that could have gone better. need to get the chest before destroying that double bed. Just let it boomerang back. Okay. Remember that I have a talent, by the way? I didn't. Figured with the mana potion there, might as well. Yeah, I think in the entry room, using my talent would have been a good idea, come to think of it. Oh hey, Warden Helm. I think with Heavy Stone's bargain, even if I am confident in my dodging against Irad, the fight would just be so unpleasant. So now what do I do? I think head to try to get to Murmur's room. No, maybe I just do this, actually. Or die trying. Ow. Alright, one hit in the first room. One hit taken in the second room. Yep. And perfect third room. I could take a transmogrificator. I think I don't want to, though. Because I think Heavy Stone is working well enough with the Barbarian weapon. I don't want to possibly trade to a weapon where it would be far worse. Yeah, I don't know what I was looking to do with that reroll. I could have just held it for like a talent swap room or something. Enemies here are level 500. Nice. Your chicken. Let's just Bastion shield. Noticed right as I was spin kicking that enemy that there was a living painting above me. Doomvis, specifically. Nope. Oh. It's another of those where you need an enemy or something to get up if you don't have extra double jumps. If you weren't a flamer... Ow. Well, I didn't lose armor. Really more looking to challenge Murmur. This study did not go very far left. I could try Gong Heads. Can take one more spear hit. I guess I don't know if they have any attacks that deal like different damage values from each other, or if enemies just have like one attack power. Ooh. I guess contact damage is normally different from actual attack damage. Not in this case, though. Got him, at the cost of all of my hit points. I feel like there's no way I'm gonna remember that that's done next week. It's like, oh yeah, I just defeated Gong Heads before the first boss. What a way to die. I got spooked by the void thing, so I dashed right. 5 rank ups though. Yeah, visited a good number of rooms and stuff. I don't think I'm taking that mage. Although Limitless with Blaze Bellow could be pretty funny. Superfluid I've never taken on this file. Let's just take a Ronin. Wait, they were a contrarian that wasn't in the first slot. I just saw Wand of Blasting as it was going. Should really pay more attention to traits and things. Let's see. Oh, let's maybe get this Warden Helm. Yeah, let's see. +4 equipment is 25. So yeah, if I have everything but the trinket to +4, and we don't need our weapon to maintain drowned unity. Oh yeah, I got a bounty rune at some point. Maybe just grab 2 levels of that right now. Grab a limitless potential. Grab a couple strange transactions, even though I feel like I spent enough souls for now. Okay. So some strength, some dex. Sure, 5 vitality, gold gain. Maybe should have gotten crit chance. Let's grab another strength. Interesting talent. I'm actually thinking of trying to fight Lamech. If I get there. I wonder if it's possible to cool it down by 3 if you hit with the melee of the wand, the projectile going out, and the explosion. That was only worth 1. That's worth 2. We can cool down our talent extra fast. I'm just gonna die to a single spike ball though, so it doesn't matter. Nice being able to attack quickly again. Huh. Well, I found the Axis Mundi teleporter. No food for me, though. Seeing a lot of mana potions. It knows I'm not allowed quenching runes. Well, that sounds fun. I'm not skill critting very much yet, but once I get using my talent against the boss, if that does happen. Ow. Oh, I just have things to break in here. Already got the chest. Wait. Okay, it's a property of the Wand of Blasting that you get charged, right? I was like, did I forget I'm a duelist? I have the Ronin hat. Also, spells aren't talents. Even if I was a duelist, casting Gravity Beam wouldn't have given charged. That has some reach. It's like I'm a Ronin that just like forgot how to aim. Especially with like dealing extra damage near the tip. Although it works a little differently. You don't want the actual tip. Explosive Axe Commander. Oh, that'll happen sometimes. Yeah, I tried to move forward to get him stuck on the ledge, but he made it around because I didn't react in time. And also in the process, I got shot by the mage in front of me. One hit wonder, Dragon Lancer. Why not? What's the worst that happens? I die? That happens every run, except for the ones that beat Kane. Lunches, am I right? Well, I can say one thing for certain. I won't be dying into the black root poison. Soul Tether, I guess. Was kind of hoping to see like IT's sword. No, I don't think I've bought intelligence all day today. Maybe like 1 point. Thinking that might be good for my healing. Not on this run, obviously, but the Soul Tether had me thinking of it. Wow. Oh. Oh. I thought I could knock him back one more time. And I wasn't sure if the flame jet reached close enough to the floor to hit me, so I was trying to, like, get a safe space for myself. Kinetic revolver, knockout punch. Just an assassin. Yeah, maybe I should grab a little intelligence. And resolve. Well, I feel like those resolve upgrades aren't worth very much each. Do I have any, like, scars I should be doing? Probably. Hero Praxis, it's at 7. It almost, like, doesn't matter. Right, these are both time trials. Oops. Oops. Where do you... Oh, you do the left first. Alright, that was the warm-up run. Also, I didn't actually turn the empathies on, did I? Silver, though. What? I would have gotten gold right off the bat if I'd actually turned the empathies on. That was such a bad run. There we go. That one's probably my favorite time trial. Barbarian and Knight aren't bad either. I think I'd like the Archer time trial, just if it didn't feel so dependent on the Ivy Canopy cooldown. I kind of wonder what the world record looks like. I know there are ILs for the time trial scar challenges on speedrun.com. I've watched the Rebels Road one and the Preserver of Life one. They were both pretty cool. That's Ronin and Knight. What's the pirate one called? Preserver of Life sounds like it should be the name of the pirate one. Oh wait, what were the relics? Actually, I should probably take the Achilles' shield. Ow. At least it was just a hazard. Even with 30% extra damage, they still don't hurt very much. As I mess up another room and demonstrate. I'd certainly be more scared if their damage bonus was 300%. Like earlier. Alright, nice. Do I just challenge him? Hey, with another relic? Neither of these help. Freon's reward. Maybe I will take Freon's reward and just try to get more gold. Magnesis rune, let's go. Gonna be able to have 5 of them. Actually, let's try to head for Nama's room again. Especially because that's where I got a Warden item, so maybe Warden was actually associated with that area. And getting to +4 on my stuff would be really nice. Ow. Or, you know, we can die to the first 2 enemies we see. That could also happen. Offering me another weapon swap, but especially with the, like, combination of strength and dex I have, this is probably one of my more favored weapons. A little heal off the chest. Oh. Yeah, those curve, huh? Okay, so Freon's reward didn't even... I don't know, maybe I got to take 1 more hit, but didn't really get much extra exploration out of it. Contrarian Pirate. I don't really like boxing gloves without... Huh. I mean, vegan with my restrictions is not great. Spoon's in comet form, though. This knight seems fine, though. I like knights. I don't really need more equip weight at the moment, though. Maybe just an actual boxer. Blunker's neat. Actually, let's upgrade the living safe more. Alright, so where... Like, Lamech is there. Oh. Sure, what's the room up above look like? Ow. So you can push an enemy through soft platforms using KO Punch. Not really surprising, but cool to confirm. Oh, that didn't lead to either of those chests. Silver chest. Oh. Maybe should have destroyed some barrels as I went down. They kind of made it a bit more awkward. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually ever gonna use the gilded set. Forgot about the recoil from hitting one of those things. Kind of being forced away from the treasure. Maybe I just changed zones after... Oh yeah, this doesn't even really go anywhere. There, chicken. Ow. Ah, Tower of Lights. That's not the Sun Tower. What a surprise that the zone has chests in it. Oh, now I have to go around the normal way. Blueprint. Banned item. Remembering the uppercut more than I normally do. Maybe foolish. I don't really have ways to fill it back up. Besides being lucky. Oh. Should probably deal with the enemies since they can shoot through walls. Okay, now I can get the treasure. Wait, didn't I leave behind an apple ring? No, I took it. That's why I'm so low on health. Take that one as healing. Sure do have 4 magnesis on. Wow. Just gonna heal with exclusively apples because meat doesn't exist. So there, where I'm trying to get to. Both had mechanics that got better as I hit them. Right into the spikes. Oh, I'm kind of going around. Whatever. Silver chest. Penguin. Because I could have done that before going through. Lonely shield banner, Commander. Circuit Stinger would be neat if I had a little more resolve. Maybe it's neat anyway. Maybe I should just grab it. I'm not built very heavily into intelligence. Couple coins behind. Takes me 3 hits to get them to warp. Because it could be combo stacks dependent. Ah! They got me. Boxer rank. Just take a duelist. Grab some strength and try to fight Lamech Prime. Sure. I do recognize I could have gotten gold gain. You probably can't avoid collecting it even if you leave the room. I'm especially sure of that with Charons, but it just feels nice to let it collect. Oh, I found the boss room. Well, let's go. I could have rolled. Oh. Oh, right. Combat roll doesn't actually come up that fast. It takes like 3 whole seconds. Alright. Boxer with pizza and stew. Maybe a Valkyrie, actually. Oasis shell. Alright, yeah, that run got no money. Yeah, it could deflect the phase transition, though. And also, if I get caught above him during his jump, it could deflect the magma shots. Try to defeat 3 enemies before going in. Or 6, rather. Of course, need to find the room again. I didn't lock the castle. I did consider it. But I'm not so committed to the idea of just fighting bosses at this point that, I feel the need to lock the castle. I guess what? I'm 2 levels above last thread's level cap. Oh, there are 2 enemies stacked up that we're both shooting. Yep, there's the shell. Would have liked to block the apple hit with the shell. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about the shell already low. Oh, well, that was bad. I often forget the resolve cost from starting relics. I was like, this is the first relic. Want to buy tattered rope? Ow. I mean, the shell is still doing work. Huh. Sure, I really need more Valkyrie mastery, but it's not like I'm gonna turn it down either. Just killing enemies. guess they could have dropped money. Alright, found this room. Maybe I just go for it. Like, yes, Tattered Rope could have saved the run, and... like, I've got Koe's shell charged. I don't really want to talent swap. Oh. Surprised that sword swing didn't hit me. And then the follow-up hit me anyway, but... first hit of the battle. Deflect is pretty good here. Just retreat. Alright. One hit taken. Good fight. That's the 4th boss defeated today, if you count Jonah as a boss. And why would you? Oh. I apparently dropped like 2% of the frames due to network. At some point. I've got yellow. Looks like the local recording will be fine, though. I don't really have anything I can do about that, so I'm just gonna keep playing. Oops. This formation again. Oop. Whatever. Not gonna matter. Shockwave. Yeah, I'll take it. That situation was a little awkward, but got through it. I'm honestly thinking of unlocking the plateau's teleporter. +2. Yeah, I'm just continuing to drop frames due to network all over the place. It says 2.7% of the stream now. Well, I'm about to lose health, but... Oh, no I'm not. I held left and it worked out. So I can stack my haste even further after this run. I missed interacting with the chest. I'd feel a lot more like fighting the pirates if you could deflect the giant cannonballs. Why not? Didn't mean to actually go down there. I like the upward... Oh, I could have just... Sure, we'll take a Charon's trial. Yeah, I could have taken the max HP apple on account of I had Coeus' shell charged. 3.2% of the stream has now been dropped by network. Maybe I just cut stream early. We won a thread, we killed another boss on the next one. I guess I'll finish out this run though. Yeah, let's actually buy this. I want to have this area more available for looking for equipment. Also, the entry room to this area might be the entry room with the most furniture in it. Might depend on if you count Pizza Mundi as belonging to the Sun Tower. Oh, they actually got out of the spikes. Oh yeah, I had a relic that I was working on purifying. I forgot. I mean, let's do this. We're explicitly here for treasure. Let's get treasure. Oh, it's this room. Blueprint. Obsidian. Not a tattered rope. Oh, its shell is not charged. If it was Raven's Ring, I would think about it. Just do the one-hit wonder build. Without actually having the associated gold bonus. Can do it. We have Coase's shell. This is a perfect idea. Oops. I just wasted a charge. Or I should say the charge. It's not like you can have more than one stack of protection. Just need to not get hit twice in a row. Now I'm like really doing the ow. The build as if I was a one-hit wonder. with that serrated handle. Got a little extra ether thanks to our care on this trial. I haven't collected all the lore from here yet. Still taking 2 hits to kill eyes, even with serrated handle. Ooh. I think the more magnesis you have, the faster it should fly at you. Wait, oh, you're the commander with the... easier than usual. Does this file still not have a vault rune? That would be funny. Oh. Well, I could just like challenge Irad. Oops. Maybe let's try to charge the shell up again first. Alright, just save and quit warp. Or rather, return to main menu warp. Yeah, the percentage of the total stream that's been dropped due to network is just continuing to climb. We're at 4.2% now. Oh, I haven't even cast my spell. I could, like, do that. Alright, just your standard hitless IRAD. Now where am I gonna end this run? I guess I could challenge pirates. Just the normal boss order. That'll happen sometimes. You know, somebody just feels like fighting Irad. I don't think I'm nowhere near as good at Pirates Prime. Accidentally took the food, but it probably doesn't matter. Hyperion's ring, though. Oh, and the bones. They got me. Yeah, taking the food didn't matter at all. We got one shot. Gunslinger with a greatsword and comet form. Yeah, I don't think I need to look at anybody else. Let's just spend money and that'll be it. I could buy 3 gold gains. Why not? And a crit damage, and some focus. Yeah, there were no blueprints I wanted. Although I did want... There was a rune. Oh, it was just a haste rune. That was more to be funny than actually for a purpose. So, yeah. That'll be it for this one. If anybody's around through all the network losses, thanks for watching. I guess if anybody is watching the YouTube video as well, thanks for watching, and yeah, see ya.